This video starts a long road for us here on the channel. If you've been following along, you already know that the 87 Mustang GT that we've had here for a couple decades, well, we're gonna retire it in 26 for now. Today isn't about what actually broke in the white car, because we've already went over that. We talk about getting our shit out the jack stands pretty much every video and every live stream. And today in this video, this is our first step towards doing exactly that. Hopefully by the end of the video, we can maybe bolt these things on real quick and just take a peek at what it looks like, man. I'd be super interested in it. This is our 1990 SSP Florida Highway Patrol car that has a bunch of race parts already in it. The white car's been tearing itself apart for quite a while now. On the floor pans, on the torque boxes, underneath of the car. It needs a new chassis. So in order for us to get back to racing at the track and getting down the track safely, we're gonna have to driveline swap the white car over to the Coupe. Coupe is several hundred pounds lighter than the actual hatchback that we have behind us. And if you do a lot of racing, you know that rear bias and front bias, you know, you can get down the track faster if you can get the weight into the back of the car. So one of the big mods we did several years ago is we had the front tubular core support put in, which is a really nice piece from Team Z. Also, we've had the car painted at the time when we had the cage put in, and it's got the Team Z cage. It's got Stifler subframe connectors. We got the upper lower torque box reinforced. We'll be able to change bar angles. We'll be able to run radials. We'll be able to run slicks on this car and be able to switch the car up quite a bit because we got a long road, but I think we can skip a lot of the bullshit with some of the ideas that we got going on. All right, so here's the game plan that I have in mind. Today, we're gonna be working on the axle. We're gonna take the axle out of the Coupe and we're gonna try to get them swapped in this video. So pretty simple: shocks, upper lower control arms, take off the ARB, bring everything down, probably take off the wheels just to make it easy and put this on a little dolly. Get the drive shaft out, get it plugged up here at the transmission. This axle in the Coupe isn't exactly in super tight. We should be able to roll that axle under this car pretty simple. So that's gonna be step one. We don't have a whole lot of time. We wanna get this car rolling down the track by summer. And doing a major transplant like this is a lot of work and a lot of hooking shit up. And you can get lost, and you can get build anxiety, build depression, and I know that's coming, but we're gonna try to stay as motivated here on the channel, and you guys gonna follow me here on the journey, and we're gonna get this shit done. Now, before we get started on doing some wrenching, I just wanna skip the bullshit and get back down the track. I just wanna get a helmet back on. At this point, I'd have no Coupe yet. The white car is disabled. You know, the black car is getting a new motor. And well, Dad's car is about the only thing that's actually running right now. And it just happens to be our little GT45 100 horsepower car that, well, we did with some junkyard extra parts. I love that build. I have so much fun with it. So hear me out and let me know in the comments what you think. We're gonna take as much of this driveline, engine, transmission, suspension, we're gonna disconnect what we can, and literally we're going to just roll it out from underneath of the car. We're just gonna unbolt the K-member, detach anything that's coming from the body. Now our struts and our suspension's kind of unique for this car, but that doesn't mean it's not gonna work on the Coupe. And if I'm being honest, I don't have the $1,000 or $1,500 to go buy new brakes. I don't have it. We're gonna have to make do with what we have, and we're gonna have to get it in the car that makes sense for 2026. We can make adjustments later. We can get our AFCO shocks and struts on here eventually, and we can get brakes and stuff back out here on the white car, but it's got to go through some torque box replacements, and I don't have money for that right now either. So we're gonna do what we need to do with what we already have. So let me know what you think. We literally leave everything attached. As much as on the top and as much on the bottom. That includes the transmission as well. And we take this whole driveline swap out as one. And then we take it down and we roll it over here to the side. Because we're gonna take the actual K-member back out of this car, and I think we're gonna put it in Dad's car. Dad's car has no suspension and no struts or anything in the front. We know that that K-member is like 17 pounds. Dad's car went pretty fast last year for being an old junkyard GT40 build. Adding that to the front, any weight you take out of the front, man, you go quite a bit faster. So it saves me a bunch of time, saves us a bunch of money. I don't have to unhook shit. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it runs well, leave it alone. I've always been taught that all these years working on cars, and that's what we're gonna do here in 2026. Once we get that whole driveline in this car, we're well on our way. Okay, so we got the tires off. Our next move is going to be to actually take the shocks out. Anti-roll bar shocks, start working on some K-member bolts. Maybe we'll just set it up for now and just not worry about it. Just get it started. Let's just get the car rolling, and then we'll make adjustments when we go. That's what happens, man. That's how you get lost in them in all these builds. Is you try to do too much shit at once and try to overthink everything. It all worked when I took it apart, so it's gonna all work when I put it back in. We just make some adjustments, right? We'll see. It's all that Loctite. You gotta put Loctite on these drive shaft bolts. These things come loose. Always keep an extra 31 spline here. This stuff won't take too long. We made a little plug for the brake up top there, so pretty easy little swap here. At least I hope so. Straight?
Yep.
We made this little piece. It's kind of nice when we're taking axles out. That way we can disconnect it from the body and not leak all over the damn place. So basically all we got left is got to pull the upper and lower control arms. And one thing I want to notice is I like double nut these. These are the factory torque boxes, upper torque boxes, and they tear pretty easy up. You know, I kind of tack welded them a long time ago. But these things like the oblong, especially on the passenger side, you can see how much that washer actually moved on that hole. You gotta be careful of this one. This one's like the sneaky one that nobody can see. And if you could actually weld a washer to that and keep it from oblonging the hole, because that's what gets hit like first when you're launching, doing burnouts, hell, even on the street. You can reinforce that actual hole itself from like tearing like open. This one might actually be bent because it's coming out really hard. So we might have to change some bolts here in this. We always change, always chain your struts, your springs, whatever it is. You never know when that thing's gonna fly out and hit you in the head. Same thing with the control arms. These are all under tension. So you gotta be careful that you're not gonna get hurt when you're trying to work on your Fox body. Set yourself out 6 months. But we're gonna do the same thing that we did on this side over here. We weren't gonna take the control arms out with it, but these are already kind of adjusted and set up. Make a transition over to the, maybe put the Team Z ones in the black car, because it's struggling right now with its control arms, if you remember. And I've been looking for a set of control arms. And it'd be nice to put Team Z stuff in the black car and update it. Get Dad's car set up, get it updated. We'll figure it all out. Hopefully by the end of the video, we can maybe bolt these things on real quick and just take a peek at what it looks like, man. I'll be super interested in it. We've cut our rear springs. We've been pretty quick with these springs. We've been mid-8 with them. And this is I think this is a half coil cut on a GT spring. So we got another set of like GT springs here. If you're just trying to stanch your car out a little bit, cutting your springs, there ain't nothing wrong with them. You can make a lot of power with them and they'll still be functional. I mean, we're eventually gonna go coil over, but you can see they're not much different than the ones that I have next here. But when I change bar angles, this is gonna be a little bit better. Now this is one that gets bent. This is the one that you're gonna always find bent probably first, is the passenger side upper. And we really should be on 5/8 right now. And we're gonna end up going there, but you got some good bolts. You don't got much to worry about. So we went 1/1960 foot on this and probably had these in for a good half year or so. All right, everything's out. Just gotta get this one down. Well, that last pass in October, you know, usually we'll catch something like this on a nut bolt check. But now I see what was jingling, dude. I kept hearing something jingle when I was riding for like the last couple of passes of the year last year. And sure as shit. Yeah, that could have not been good. All right, so change of plans. I think we're gonna go ahead and take these control arms off, but we're gonna go ahead and stick it in with the Team Z's already in it. You're just gonna see us up on the jack stands here and getting this axle in. Told you I'll check your control arm bolts. Tell me that's not wobbling. It's got a bend in it. That's probably why it came out so hard. So we'll be replacing these ones. All right, we're not on a lift, so it's gonna be a little more different. A little difficult, but boy, some nice boxes, man, I'll tell you that.
Watch the axle in case it tips back.
I got this out. I think this actually has gears in it. Maybe something extra for another day. All right, so we're getting to the point to where we're getting towards the end of this. We were messing with the springs, and we noticed that the blue ones fit really good. The Team Z ones that were meant to go in here, I tried to put these in my white car a couple times, and they just was too damn short. Almost there, got a couple more bolts. We're not gonna do the shocks today. We'll put the tires on, give it a little peek real quick what it looks like. And we're gonna go ahead and put the RC comps on real quick. I think we got all the bolts in. They're not tight, but they're in pretty good. And we'll make adjustments when we get up on the lift. So one more leg of the video, and we'll be done. Got big tire on here. Looks pretty good. That's pretty much got it weight where we want it. We're gonna put it back up on the dollies themselves, but that looks really good. That's exactly the same type of tire fitment that we had on the white car. I always had to run like a little bit of spacer on the passenger side. But I mean, we weren't doing this for looks, but we were just wanting to see what it looked like. You know, gain a little momentum, gain a little motivation, because that's what we talk about on the channel. We did this on the ground. Me and him both hurt our back. You know, we're getting old. We'll make the adjustments that we need to make on the lip. Like I said, we'll make a couple bar angle changes, and that way I can get my other springs in. That's the nice thing about having adjustable torque boxes, is you're able to, and even with coilover in the rear, is you're able to make unlimited bar angle changes, stance changes to make the car hook and book down the track a lot better. So anyways, that's pretty much all I got for the video today. One step in the right direction. The next video, the next couple of videos, we're going to be taking this whole drive line out, which is something that we've never done here on the channel before. If you guys enjoyed this sort of content, leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. We're on our journey right now. Hope you guys follow along. Consider subscribing if you haven't. Check out that join button. Become a member of the channel, as it helps to go to do things like this and to bring content to you here on the channel. So I love y'all. I'll see you in the next video.